I'm here with Gene Tully. He is the president of Voices Productions here, and we are in your brand new space down here on Central Avenue. Tell me a little bit about, well, let's just start with, what is Voices exactly?
Voices has been a 20-year effort to bring art to the Dubuque community. Mm-hmm. This is our third iteration of Voices here at the gallery. Yeah. So we're real proud of what we got going here. We've been working on it for quite a long time.
Yeah, I love that what you've done. This is a space that you've taken over. What was this space exactly? I don't even know.
This was Diamond Vogel Paint Shop, and it was kind of ratty. Well, I was big ratty. You know, it was like, they didn't take care of it very well. Getting into the later years when they decided to move. So we had a fresh opportunity to come in and got the place and build it as we wanted it.
Built it as you wanted. And so this is one of the gallery spaces here on this lower level. Tell me a little bit about this space.
All right, yes, this is our main showroom gallery, our main gallery, and we designed this to be reminiscent of a New York gallery, big white walls all the way through. Mm-hmm. And one of the unique things about this gallery is that you can see out the back door when you come in the front door. Yeah. I love that idea. Yeah. You know, it's just a clear spot and everything focuses on the art.
And I noticed that now that you have a full bar as well here.
Well, yes, we do. We have all right, I got to cut through the chase a little bit.
Okay.
Sam's Irish, I'm Irish, and we got to have a little bit of a libation, with the art. So that's just fine. But we like to be able to serve some nice wine and treat our people that come here and sit down. We have great conversations here. Mm-hmm. So a bar is always the gathering place, the center where there's nice. Don't stand in front of the yard and talk. Okay. Come to the bar.
Yeah.
Have a beer. So that's nice. The bar it's got a great history to it too, because these trees were cut down from a construction job at the end of Grandview. Mm-hmm. And so we got the white oak from there. And Sam had those logs dried and milled, and that's what the bar top is made of.
Oh, fantastic.
So, and our stairs and much of the bar backer. And that was constructed by a craftsman friend of ours named Dan Bush, and he's just an exquisite craftsman.
Oh, that's great. I love the idea that it was wood sourced right here in town. Mm-hmm. It was crafted right here by a local carpenter. Mm-hmm. That's something I really appreciate, because it really ties in what you guys are doing with building a community that you're doing down here.
That's right. Well, Nathan, the community is very important to us. We kind of have a philosophy here at Voices Productions that if you're a community member, then you have the right and the absolute obligation to go out and make your community better.
Gene, one thing I love, when you guys were in the Voices warehouse, you had the opportunity to highlight some really big pieces in that space, and I'm glad to see that you're kind of continuing that on here with some really big pieces. Yeah,
we've had some great pieces that in the show so far. We put a garage door in the other part of the studio here where we could get in large work. And in the next gallery that we'll check out too, that's a place where we put in some really large art, 9-foot stuff. When we were in the warehouse, we had access to forklifts and pulleys, and we suspended cars from the ceiling.
Yeah,
not quite to that level.
We're not
here.
there. Yeah,
not quite, but we're pushing it. And we also have a courtyard out here where we can bring in some pretty cool things too.
But then you come up here to this landing, and you're highlighting a little bit smaller pieces. You're really finding the pieces to fit the space.
Yes, that's right, and that's a good observation. Each piece of work, has its own little niche around here in these galleries, Bigger work down in the main gallery, larger work over here in the John C. Badger Gallery. But this one, and upstairs, are very intimate little galleries, which show art differently, obviously. This is the John C. Badger Studio that we're entering now. John C. Badger was a friend of Voices, and actually he bequeathed to us his work when he died in 2012. So we had, probably 50 large-scale pieces of work of his in this gallery right here. Yes, he had a great body of work for all the way from 1961. Up until 2012 when he died. So we had a lot of work, and it was much appreciated too. So we're in the John C. Badger Gallery.
This is a big space.
Isn't it?
What are you going to be doing with it besides filling it with art?
This place was exquisitely bad when we got in here because there were layers and layers of paint from this being a paint warehouse. So we put in a garage door so we could get in large works here, cleaned it up, put in some soundproofing on the ceiling. This is going to be a multi-use space, and we'll have a live performance in here, gallery shows in here, and then we can transition into artist in residence as well. So we could actually have an artist working in here, which we've had probably 6 artists in residence already working in this space.
In this space.
Yeah. So it's great to see people making work in your studio.
One thing I've loved about Voices is how you've been able to shift and change your operations depending on your space. And now you're kind of in hopefully a home for a while.
That's right. I said earlier, this is like, we call this version 3. Like V3. Our V1 was the big warehouse shows where we were actually working in a 30,000 square foot warehouse with freight elevators. And then when that closed and became the Dubuque building, then we went to the streets and put up 60 murals in town. So that's V2. So V3 is here on a semi-permanent location, as permanent as we can get, or as we've ever had. We're not squatters anymore.
You're not squatters anymore. No. You've got a home and a place where community members can come together and celebrate art.
That's right. And I should say that we've been exquisitely supported here on the Central Avenue District. Trying to create this area into an arts district has been a focus of the city for the past few years, talking about amenities out on the streets that'll make it more pedestrian friendly. So we're happy to be, kind of lodged in the middle of it, kind of an anchor store, if you will. So, and we're pushing that. We're making an investment in a blighted area, and people see it, and it's affecting our neighbors, and I think that's real gratifying.
Yeah, Central Avenue is certainly changing, evolving into something new, and I'm excited to see it as a Dubuquer myself, and I'm happy that you're part of it.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Nathan.